Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, there is some significance to this game for them because victory here means they will officially have the third best record in the league. A rematch of the incredible NBA Finals of 2015. Warriors came out on top in that series in 6. Looking back now, Shaq, do you think the Cavs could have won if they were healthy?
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We don't like to use ifs. We don't like to make up excuses. However, losing Kyrie and Love was devastating for the Cavs. Ernie, they had to roll with a 7-man rotation for most of the series.
I think the Cavs still will have some depth problems even this year. And they would have had them against the Warriors, even if that didn't happen. So, Warriors, champs, deservingly.
Yeah, a ditto. I certainly echo that sentiment for what it's worth. And that'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thanks for joining us.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The last time these two teams met, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers picking up the loss in that outing against the Warriors. They'll be trying to turn things around and climb out of a hole down 2-0 in this season series.
Yeah, the inability to make threes in that game because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
Here is the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Here's Smith. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. On the wing, Irving. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And Green gets it to go. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
And so here's Cleveland. The Warriors making the shot.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
He talked a little bit about their defensive mindset, saying essentially that they're willing to sacrifice a little bit of space on the interior if it allows them to stay tight on their outside shooters. He said, listen, it's no secret they like to attack you from long range. That's what we're looking to stop tonight.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the three ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
Now here's Love. 11-point game his last outing. And Thompson kicks to Love. Nailed from three-point land. Love's got 5 points so far.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Irving against Curry. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 6. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to Golden State.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I and you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
And that one's good, Barnes.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. There's a screen. Smith with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Warriors leading by 4. Curry passes it to Thompson. And stolen by James. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
The pass to Barnes. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. He gets it up. And that's not going to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead, up 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him. Nothing rattles him.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Maurice Spates out there with Green, and it's Livingston in at the point. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's his first foul. They set the pick. Cleveland moving it around. Out to Shumpert. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. That ties the game. Mozgov's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Cleveland. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
And Thompson throws it down.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
No good from Fry. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
A shot by LeBron, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he had been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. Then last year he came off the bench in every game. big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
Quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He used the word patience several times in describing what he'd like to see from their offense. It's not a run-and-gun approach he wants from them. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now here's Shumpert. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 1:14 left to play here in the half. 5 on the clock. Dellavedova dishes to Fry. And another miss by Cleveland.
You know, for Iguodala at this point in his career, it's just about winning. He's had a couple of large contracts. He's made multiple All-Star teams, but now it's about rings for him. And he got one. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there. And what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
That one misses for Ezeli.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy. And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws here for the night. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
That drops.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. The three. Again, Curry missing. Thompson in the post. With the teardrop. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Irving.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Warriors lead by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
I'm here with Kevin Love, and great effort out there tonight. Just a quick question. You guys did a tremendous job chipping away at that big deficit you faced early on. What changed?
Oh, man, we just executed, got good shots, and got stops. That was really it.
A winded Kevin Love. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Their defense is getting flat out embarrassed. Embarrassed, however you say it, Ernie. I realized they had to deal with a team who was red hot most of the first half. That's an excuse. You know what? They got to be aggressive. They got to step up on that D. They got to prevent that. They need more effort, Ernie.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. One of the stories here, Raymond Green getting it done today.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
And so here's Cleveland. It's a three-point game. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. No good from Irving. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. A 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin, but you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Kevin Love, and yes, sir, that one drops.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
James kicks to Love. With some arc. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 11 points for Kevin Love.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair. Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Shumpert comes in for Smith. Curry can't get it to go.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
No one near James as he lets it go. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now, around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's his style right now. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best.
Irving passes to LeBron. Shumpert dishes to Thompson. Drops it in from 11 feet. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Now here's Curry. He's got 9.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
LeBron drives in. Outside Irving. And Fry kicks to LeBron. That puts them in the lead. James has got 6.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Green, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
He is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Now James, 6 points for him. And he lays it straight in. LeBron's got 8.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Curry, buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Warriors ahead, leading by just 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The Warriors leading. Klay Thompson and Brandon Rush at the 2 and 3. Iguodala out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Clark in at the point. That's the Warriors 5.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
And it's Smith missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Thompson misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
No good from Irving. Warriors leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Clark. And the layup's good off the glass. Clark's got 4 points this quarter.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
To the paint and stolen by Love. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Irving leading the charge. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
How about the night Irving has had? He's got 8 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Spates. Draymond Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. Barnes is checked in for Brandon Rush. And it's Livingston in for Ian Clark.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
It's call time here. They're down by 4. 1:39 left to play here in the 4th. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He laid out the X's and O's and told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Thompson misses.
Well, it's no wonder he's a bit cold. He's used to getting a lot more shots than he has today.
Outside Irving. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Irving's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Livingston kicks to Bogut and stolen by Fry. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. Money!
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Livingston passes to Thompson. Shoots it. Buries it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. The score knotted at 41. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Curry's checked in for Golden State. And then for Cleveland, Thompson comes in for Channing Frye. And James subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Here's Irving. Raymond Green pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them the lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on it.
And they double up James. Near the 3-point line, it's Love. Buries it. A huge shot to tie it up.
Man, it's really tough to stop Love right now.
Curry with him. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And the Warriors miss again.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
So they foul intentionally. He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2. Timeout called the Warriors. They're losing by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They simply need a basket here, Kevin. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket and try to get something in the paint.
Here's Curry from deep 3-point range. He's off from 3.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting it right in their face.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such incredible.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet.